the most budget-friendly and recommended first lens for any beginner photographer or any level of photographer for that matter. Let's get into it. What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Nelson, and today we're ripping into the best budget-friendly lens money can buy. That is the YONGNUO 50mm f1.8. Quick disclaimer, this is not a sponsored video at all. This is just a short review from my findings of this lens. I love this lens, so I'm just doing a review on it, and that's it. So we've all heard about the classic nifty 50. Yeah? It's easily the first lens that anybody should be buying for their arsenal, but why? Well, today I'm going to give you my thoughts on it, as I've had this lens for nearly 2 years now, and it was the first lens that I bought when I bought my camera and I got into photography. Now, the debate on quality versus price is always going to come into it, but if you keep in mind that this lens is just a budget-friendly lens, it's like the first lens that anybody should be buying because it has that f1.8 aperture, then 50, like, it's a no-brainer. Everybody should be buying this thing. There is the Canon 50mm f1.8 as well, but it's like double the price. Yes, it's better quality, better build quality, but if you're on a serious budget, then this lens is the one you need to go for. So speaking of build quality, it's basically plastic. There's a bit of glass in there for the lens, but the rest is plastic. Everything about it, the mount is plastic, the whole thing is plastic. It doesn't fit, it feels like a toy. It feels like you just drop it on the ground and it will break. But with that said, then I don't have a problem just to throw it in my bag, and I don't really have to worry about it. But over 2 years I've done that. I've thrown it in my bag and it hasn't broken at all. Hasn't even got any scratches on it, so good stuff. Now let's talk autofocus. The autofocus on it has autofocus, but it is not good. Now there have been times where I've really needed the autofocus to work, and it hasn't. It just kept sort of missing the subject, or it focuses and then it just goes past it. It's definitely not good autofocus at all. But in sometimes I haven't even needed the autofocus and it worked great. So I can't say it's luck, but I definitely can say that it needs a bit of work. It's not a really good autofocus system. Doesn't matter what type of camera you have. Just keep that in mind when you are trying to use the autofocus. Another thing about the autofocus is it is extremely loud. So I would not recommend using this with a shotgun mic on the camera for, say, interviews or something like that. I think this lens is really good just for photography. You can get some good video with it, but I'd say manual would be the best option for that. So this lens I definitely wouldn't use professionally. I would definitely fork out the more money for a better lens. But for a first lens, this is great for anyone that's just getting into photography or videography, and you're looking to get them a present or something. This is dope. So if you're just looking for a cheap lens to whack in your kit for around 50 bucks, then this is the one that I would go for. Otherwise, I would personally spend a little bit more money on the Canon, as it has better build quality. Quality of the pictures a lot better as well. It's not too much better, but it's enough to want to spend an extra 50 bucks. So yeah, that's it from me, guys. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful at all, or you're just part of that elite 1% of people who smash that like button, feel free to do so. If you're new to the channel, then consider subscribing, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace. Well, today we're going to talk about that. What the f am I doing? Really cheap. So I'm not adding that in.